This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're locking in for the NFC Conference Championship game. We have two games, of course, on Sunday, January 26th. We have the NFC Championship between the Eagles and the Commanders. It's always a pause when trying to remember what the Washington football team is calling themselves now. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and then after that at 6:30 p.m. we have the Buffalo-Kansas City AFC matchup. For this video, we're just going to look at the NFC game, and then the video we're going to be dropping tomorrow, looking at the AFC game. We are on a nice win streak for player props for the picks on the show. I think we've won, let's see, we got the Sunday wild card we hit, the Saturday wild card the Sunday wild card we hit, the Monday wild card we hit, the Saturday divisional game we hit this weekend, and then the Sunday game we hit as well. So yeah, 4 consecutive days of NFL playoff games. We're on a nice little win streak here. We're going to keep that going with our NFC Championship player prop game. Now, we'll do what we've been doing all postseason long. We're going to look at our favorite player prop for this game, and then we're going to look at the team tools that we have, look for our favorite, see if there is anything we like anyway for the money line spread on the total side. If you haven't yet got into the free Discord, downloaded the free app, and subscribed to the free YouTube, I would stop betting completely, because you are not someone who's going to take the effort it needs to be successful better. If you do believe you have that effort, then do the free things. That's the simple, it's the better test, if you will. If you can't do the free things, sports betting is not for you. With that being said, let's get to it. All right, so do what I always do. We're going to start off by moving this baby to 40 and moving this puppy to 50. Seeing if there's any plays that hit this. And lo and behold, for this game, there are 2. We have Devonta Smith at 47.5 receiving yards and A.J. Brown at 61.5. These guys have kind of been a little poopy here in the playoffs so far. If we look at A.J. Brown, first game he had 1 catch for 10 yards. And they're like, why are you reading a book on the sidelines? And like, well, that's his form of meditation to clear his head. And then that book, once he talked about the title of the book, or people saw the picture of it from the sidelines, that book became a bestseller on Amazon overnight. So props to that author for having a book, that 4-year-old book that turned into all this chaos. And then this weekend, 14 yards. He's not been showing up in the playoffs so far after having a pretty good season. I mean, game 1, 119 yards, 116 yards. He's had some good games. He's had more good games than bad games with these playoffs. Just has not been, it's not been nice. That being said, his projection is a fraction smaller than his line, just referring to DraftKings line anyway. Negative 2.5 difference. Whether this was 2.5 over or under, I still probably wouldn't want to touch it anyway, because it's just too close to call. That being said, Devonta Smith is in the same boat. The line is 47.5. The projection is 49. 3.2% is not something that I want to dabble with. What has he done in the playoffs so far? He's hit this line in the first game. Didn't really do much in the second game. Then again, that game was like super snowy, and yeah, the Eagles and Rams was a pretty snowy game, I believe. But yeah, there's not enough juice for the squeeze there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see if there's any crazy percentages on other sports books. See if anybody has like some awesome percentage. No, so I don't think receiving yards is what we're doing. So we're going to go to rushing yards. Oh, I have to reset my filters here. Hold on. There we go. All right. So for this game, the reason why nothing popped up when I had the filters of 40, a line of 40 or higher, and accuracy of 50 or higher, because there was not a single player that fit that. We have lines of over 40 with Jaden Daniels and Saquon Barkley. Only 2 players over 50 for a line. Saquon is 23.5% accurate, and Jaden's 35.3. Additionally, B-Rob, who we've already played before when we targeted his underplay, he's got a nice 57.1. He's close-ish to 40. He's got a 35.5 line. But the problem is, 2 yards higher, it's not good. And the fact that they are underdogs to the Eagles, I don't know. Don't really like it too much. The biggest difference we have is 23.5% accurate Saquon Barkley. What does this mean? So yeah, he's had a monster season, right? This means that when he was supposed to go over, he did not. When he was supposed to go under, he did not, because it's only 23.5. So he's a very unpredictable player when it comes to rushing yards. Granted, he's had crazy games. He had 255 against the Rams on November 24th, which is a monster game, and then against the Rams again, he had 205. He owns the Rams. But he's not versing the Rams. He's versing the Commanders. In his game against Washington on November 14th, 146. The thing that's funny when I look at these graphs, like, this is the same thing with Jamar Chase when he had that crazy game. 255 yards here makes everything else look small. Like, oh, he must have had a horrible game here. But this red bar is 109 yards. So, yeah, even like 124. This is crazy. His line is 129.5. That is super high for a running back. I don't think I've seen a line this high on any other player this season. I'm pretty sure it's just this guy. Nobody even comes close to this. Even though his line's 129.5, the AI is like, hey, he's probably going to cover 100 yards, but we're only thinking 116 based on all the stuff that's baked into the AI algorithm. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to quickly see. Oh, man, I thought his line was 142 on FanDuel, but no, that's his combo. Man, what if we go crazy? We do under the best running back in the league right now. That'd be nuts, right? That'd be a crazy play. Yeah, DraftKings has the highest line at 129. Man. So we have, all of us, all of the VIPs in the Discord, we all have tickets for Washington Commanders to win the Super Bowl. I told you guys to bet on 3 outlier teams. We did the Rams, we did Commanders, and we did the Broncos. Of course, we only have one of those left, but depending on what you bet on it, for me personally, I bet $50 on it. So if the Commanders do beat the Eagles and whoever goes into the AFC Championship, I turn 50 into 2,000, $50. I still have 2,000 profit. If you think the Eagles are definitely going to run away with this, and you might also want to factor in the fact that he already versed this team this season and ran for 146. He can do whatever you want to do. But I think that Washington, I feel like this game's going to be pretty close. I don't think Washington's going to give up as the runs as easily. I know that they are going to do everything in their power to make sure that Jalen Hurts has to scramble, or that the receivers who haven't been amazing because the quarterback passing hasn't been amazing so far in the playoffs, they're essentially going to force the Eagles' hand to not run Saquon. They're going to put, I know Saquon's still going to run for a lot of yards, even if they put 8 in the box. But that's what I'm feeling. That's what the AI is telling us as well. And yes, I know his accuracy is incredibly low, but this guy can still get 129 yards and still hit. So it's not like we're saying he's going to have a horrible game. Imagine getting 129 yards and not hitting your yards line. That's crazy. The last thing I want to check, though, before we 100% lock him in, is I want to look at passing yards. Because we looked at receiving yards, there wasn't anything sexy there. Now we're going to look at passing yards. I see there's not anything. These are still relatively close. The only thing is that 10% on the under for Saquon, which is, I mean, he's got a 13-yard gap between his projection and his line. And the line is highest on DraftKings, which means you play anywhere else, you're going to be shooting yourself in the foot because you're not having that much of a cushion. But I think we're going to do something crazy here. I think we're going to go with Saquon under 129.5. And let me know in the Discord after you watch this if you see his line higher on any other source. That being said, let's hop over to our team tools for that day. So Philly's got minus 285, which is a 74% implied chance. AI says they're probably going to win this game, but the money line is a little too juiced, which is where you see the minus 11% here, because it takes this and subtracts this to get a minus 11. And it says the AI is accurate in 60% of Washington involved games in the Philly here. So yeah, Philly's probably, they have to make a lot of mistakes to not win this game. But because the money line is negative difference, for NFL and college football, you're almost always going to see the other team's spread here. Look at total. Yeah, 3's not too bad. But 40%, 53%. So is it 47.5 on DraftKings? Here, let's just go to our odds comparison. 47.5. Total. So we're going to be going over. We want the lowest line, which there's a few, most every book's, almost all but two books have a 47.5 line. But BetMGM and ESPN Bet pay the most because it's the minus 110. So 47.5 is the lowest, it seems. It's actually the total for both games, which is very interesting. 3.14. Do we want to go with over 47.5 or Washington plus 6? I'm thinking. Let me think. Points, 55.61. This is in Philly. Yeah, we're going to go with the spread because the total. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the total of that game. Especially we don't. Yeah, I'm not feeling the total. We're going to go with Washington plus 6. But, go again. Odds comparison. Go to the day. Now we're looking at the spread comparison. You actually can get on ESPN Bet Washington 6.5. So we're going to go Washington plus 6.5 for the bet. You can also get 6.5 on FanDuel, but if you see here, ESPN Bet pays you more than FanDuel does, but FanDuel also has 6.5. But yeah, plus 6.5 Commanders. And then the bet was under 129.5 on DraftKings, Saquon Barkley. like a crazy person. Those bets, technically, there's correlation there. So hopefully, if one happens, the other should happen. We'll see what happens there. Hey, look, it just updated. ESPN just updated their line in the middle of me recording. These are live. All this stuff updates live. So FanDuel now has the best 6.5. If you can get it somewhere else, do that somewhere else. But as we're locking in for the NFC Championship, tomorrow's video, we're going to be finding a play for the AFC Championship, both the player prop and team bet. Again, if you think that you want to take betting slightly more seriously than you did in 2024, chances are, statistically speaking, you lost money. If you're trying to change that around this year, get started on the right track by doing the free things available to you. Subscribe to the free YouTube channel, get to the free Discord, download the free app, create a free account. That is mandatory. You have to do that if you're going to be taking it seriously. If you're like, nah, I just want to keep guessing, stop betting. I don't want you to lose money, and doing that's just going to lose you money. That's what we're locking in, ladies and gents. We'll see you in the next video. Good luck with everything, and hopefully the Commanders can sneak into the Super Bowl with our plus 4,000 ticket we're all holding. But good luck, guys.